Hey, Coach BK. So this is a PT type workout to work on and support, eliminate some delt pain that runs through here. The most of the time the problem is that you have, your shoulders a little bit higher over here because we're right-handed, we're mousing, we're picking up stuff always on this side, maybe tension in our neck. Our swim stroke might be a little bit strengthening some bad habits. Anyway, so this area, this attachment point here that runs up through here, gets really tight. It's super hard to stretch the supraspinatus running through here, and then deltoid and bicep attachment points running through here, and you get some pain in through here. So if you go to your ART provider and he does Graston and getting into there and having you activate your arm and move stuff around like that, I'm moving my arm back and forth, it can be incredibly painful. And what's going on is things are just too tight, and we're allowing the shoulder to roll forward a little bit. Shoulder blade on the back comes forward. The area gets congested and things rub a little bit too much because all of these things should be sliding against each other. And there's a lot of stuff going on through here. Kinetically, we have some bad habits and it gets bound down. So if you haven't torn it, but it's kind of stuck a little bit, and what it's doing is it's not moving, sliding through there like it should. Muscles and stuff need to slide along, kind of like the IT band alongside the quad and the hamstring. This does that too. So, self-massage, rolling it out and whatnot. This workout is about doing some PT type work to take the issue away. And mainly what we're wanting to do is get the shoulder blade and everything stronger on the backside and correct firing habits. What I mean by that is when you lift up your coffee cup, you're not allowing the shoulder to roll forward. When you're lifting your coffee cup, the heart in this area is turned off and your posture is better. So when you lift it up, it's more from the backside versus lifting it up and from the front. So when you're doing this activity, pay attention to pain, pay attention to what's going on right here. Some of these workouts I have you slow down enough to where you're actually touching it. So when you're doing this band work, like one where you're kind of reaching on the outside, that reverse fly idea here, this outward rotation of the arm bone is what's rotating out. Touch right here. See if that's nice and quiet. See if you're using that. And even if you're in different positions and you're pressing your whole shoulder back from here to here to here, all of this turns into one line and you're pressing it back. Make sure that this is only stretching and none of it is on. So this workout specifically, the resistant bands, and ideally the resistant bands with the handles, because we're going to add some good swim benefit as well. Really awesome for strengthening the wrist and learning a good catch arm. So you can put the resistant band in. I'm not going to pull a lot here on my bike stand, but the resistant band is, you need to tie it onto something sturdy in the gym or whatnot that doesn't move. And what you're doing is you're grabbing the handle, and so on that first one you're coming out, so the movement is outward, so it looks like this, right? And if you wanted to grab the handle, that's okay, but keep the arm in that catch position. Or if you were with this type of band, have it around your hand so you can do that. The focus is the backside. This is the ad. So again, when you're doing this activity and you're pulling it outward, make sure that all of this is turned off and nice and easy. So doing that, the next activity is, you would have the resistant band tied in front of you, right? And then you're gonna pull back. So have your handle of the resistant band right here and not grab it. You don't swim like that, you swim like this, right? And have it right here. So you're pulling back and you're doing this activity, okay? But you're touching right here. See how it, the resistant band, you'd be stretching it out in front of you, so you need to move a little bit. The idea is that you lift here, you pull this forward, you pull this kind of forward, and then the shoulder blade goes down on the back. So it's kind of like you're sticking your boob forward, this area forward, and you're pressing back. So this is your swim finish. And the other add that I'm doing is my thumb is snapping against my hip. So when I swim, I try to memorize that action too. So see, that's a nice swim action. But the other thing that it's doing is it's activating all of this side. So it ends up supporting this right here, turning this off, supporting this, strengthening that. So eventually the shoulder gets to be where it needs to be, not rounded forward, more of in this position. So do that one. And then the other activity, the resistant band, is when you have the resistant band in your hand, okay? And you want to start kind of like here. And so you're just moving the shoulder blade out against the resistance of it. You go here, kind of here, all of the areas of where the shoulder could go, down here, right? And again, you're keeping this nice and quiet. So you're turning from here, this whole line needs to become one. So you're pressing it back. It's not this, it's not that. It's this whole, start here, heart forward, this forward, and press back. What you're going to end up doing is you're going to change how the shoulder girdles are. You're going to get nice stretching through here just on a day-to-day basis. When you're walking around like this, all of this area gets short. So if you're walking around like this, it ends up getting longer. And then when you're doing this, you learn how to, one, activate these muscles first before you do something. So like when you're doing your catch and you're out here and you activate and then you pull, you don't have any of this rounding forward business. The rest of this workout is very light. So reverse flies, right? And you want to turn that the whole back side of the back on as one. So all of this needs to be kind of functioning as one. It's not this, okay? It's a flare out. You should feel that this is coming out first, okay? So reverse fly, lightweight row, but your hand needs to be like this. This is a little bit of a twist here, so that'll turn that on. So here, and single arm row. The interesting part about the rest of these exercises is in the comments, put in which one hurt. Okay, so if we get to a pain here, we want to know which one did it. That gives us a little bit more information. After, if you're doing this and it starts hurting, but you notice that you're allowing the shoulder to roll forward, correct the position, slow it down, shake the arm out a little bit, and then see if you can get to the position where it's not hurting. And if that's the case, that tells you that, you just need to be a little bit more diligent about how you're doing things. So, have any other questions about the workout? Let me know. The back and forth with this is that comments are very important. If one exercise hurts it and one doesn't, and really recognize the fact that you are learning how to change your kinetic firing. So, hope that helps, Coach BK.